Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Diane Gutierrez and welcome to Try It Tuesday. Well, actually, it's a little bit of a special Try It Tuesday this week. You see, the way Try It Tuesdays work is I normally post every other Tuesday, and I just posted last week, but then this week I wanted to create another post because if you're not familiar with how Try It Tuesday works, is I go out into the creative memories world and I find some kind of inspiration to use and to do, and I did that. I was out on the Creative Memories Virtual Crop Facebook page and I found some awesome inspiration and I gave it a try and I was so excited about it. I wanted to share it with you. I also wanted to share it with you because the contest is still going on and you can participate. So here it is. First of all, go over to the Creative Memories Virtual Crop Facebook page, and I'll have the information linked below, and make sure that you are a member on that page. So if you're not, request, because that might take a day or so. Then find this sketch and it's pinned at the very top. You'll see it, and it's the June bonus challenge sketch. Find this sketch and then recreate it, which is what I'm going to do in this video coming up. Recreate it and then post it onto their Facebook post using the hashtag 2022 June bonus, and then you'll automatically be entered to win this wonderful prize package. Okay, you'll win a paper pack with embellishments and stickers, and they'll send it directly to you. So head over to the Creative Memories Virtual Crop Facebook page, enroll, give this layout a try, get it posted by July 3rd at 11:59 p.m. That way you enter yourself in to the opportunity to win the fabulous prize. Okay, so let's jump over to my desk and let's get started. Good luck. I'm going to be recreating that layout, but I'm going to be using the You Quack Me Up collection. Okay, so let's go ahead, give this layout a try, and I'll tell you how I'm going to do this layout. So the first thing is they did use a piece of white cardstock, and then they drew a line all the way around the outside. It was about a half an inch around, maybe it was 3/8 of an inch around. And I decided I didn't want to do that concept. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to pull in a piece of this orange dotted paper, and I'm going to use that as my background sheet. So I did pre-cut some of the papers for today's video just to make it a little bit quicker. So what I did was I cut down a white piece of cardstock to the same measurement. So instead of drawing the blue line around it, I decided to just take a white piece of cardstock and cut it down. So I took 3/8 of an inch all the way around the border. And I probably will go back before I adhere everything down and gut out the center section of this because I do like the paper and want to conserve it for future projects. Okay, so there we go. The next piece that we have is the top piece, and what we want to cut is a strip that is 11 inches long and 1 3/4 inches wide, and we're going to lay it right there at the top. Okay, so we have a little bit of our white showing through. Then the next piece we want to cut is another 11-inch long, but this time we want to cut it down to 2.5 inches. Then the next piece, we're bringing it in. So here I did try and keep it somewhat the same by bringing in a little bit darker piece. So you'll see they have a darker piece in there, and so that's what I did as well. And then this piece is 11 inches by 1 1/8 inch wide. Then we need 2 narrow strips. Each one is 1/4 inch wide and again 11 inches long. So you'll see what they're doing here. They're just trying to create a thin border of white showing through. So now the next step is to get the circles cut out. So I'm going to slide this away and bring in my custom cutting circles and my mat. Okay, so what we're going to need for this is we're going to need our medium circle template as well as our red and blue blades. Okay, we're going to be making circles and rings, so we need both of these. The first paper I'm going to bring in is this beautiful ombre paper. I love this. It's the back side of the bottom piece that we put down. Okay, and so we're first going to be cutting with the blue blade. So we're going to find a section here. Now I want to try and conserve as much as I can of my paper, so I'm going to do it about right there. We're going to do the blue blade first. Get a circle. We want to make sure we're keeping this in place. Don't want to move it. And then take your red blade in, and that's how we're going to create the rings. Okay, there we go. We have a ring. Now, next thing we're going to do with this ring is we're going to just cut it right in half. I'm just going to fold it a little bit, and then I'm going to snip, snip, and there we go. 2 rings, and we're going to be using the back side on many of our rings. Okay, so our next goal is to do that 9 more times using various paper from the same collection. If you use paper from the same collection, you're pretty much guaranteed it's going to look cohesive and nice on your layout. Okay, so I'm going to keep you on camera, but I will be fast forwarding so you can see me cutting out my next 9. So we need a total of 10 circles, and then we'll cut each of those in half, so we'll need 20 half rings. Okay? Okay, so I think we have our 10 circles and our half rings over here, a variety of different colors from within our collection. And now, through the magic of video, after I cut my circles, I went ahead and I adhered everything to my base page. Okay, so I even did gut out the back of the orange dot paper so that I could save it for a future project. Okay, so everything is adhered down, and we're ready to begin putting down our circles and our other embellishments. So let's talk about a photo placement, because you'll see in the inspiration that they are using this spot right here for the photos, and that's what I plan on doing too. I'm going to put 3 there as well. So they have 2, one on each of these outer sides that are 3.5 by 5 inches. So they're all 5 inches tall. The one over here is 3.5 inches wide, and the one over here is 3.5 inches wide. And then the one in the center, they matted it on top of a piece of paper. So that's the same thing I'm going to do. Is I'm going to put a bigger photo here and kind of over, and then put smaller photos underneath. Now I don't have any photos picked out for this yet, so when I pick out photos for this, I'll have to just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's start adhering our circles and our rings, and we're just going to follow the pattern that they have on the sample and the inspiration. So I kind of want to start with a darker one here, and then maybe even an orange one to bring in some more color. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to line up 5 of them across the bottom here. Okay, and we are going to have to overlap them. So if you can see, these 2 are just going to overlap, and I'm going to scoot it just about like that. Okay, same with these 2. Now my suggestion would be to use some repositional tape when you adhere these down, just in case you don't get it just perfectly as you may want it. Okay, and then like this. So see, I'm going to want to scoot it over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there's our 5 rings, and we just add 5 circles to each one. I do like the yellow one, so you see this is going to slide right in like that. And I'm going to scoot everything down just a tad so it's not hitting that top border. When we do layouts like this, we just have to play with it. Okay, I do want the orange, so I'm going to bring the orange in over a little bit like that. Okay, and let's see what else. I like the blue. Let's see if we like the blue here. Let's see if we like it over there. Okay, and actually what I want to do is maybe put the blue here. Let's see. Kind of want the yellow. I don't want too much yellow going on there. The blue here. And we need one more. There we go. I like that. Okay, but you can keep playing. You can keep playing around. I have this yellow one. The only thing is it does have little ducks on it. I didn't really want the ducks showing through too much. Now here the ducks are showing, but they're so small we can't even hardly see them. Okay, that's the bottom. And then, like I said, use repositional tape so that you can move it around and make sure that everything is aligned up perfectly. That's going to be the hardest part, is to make sure we get everything aligned as we want it. So I would first do the rings and then the circles. Okay, so let's look at the top. And the top, we have pretty much the same idea. We want to put probably our first 5 rings down, same way we did at the bottom, overlapping them, and just random color placement. We have no rhyme or reason to this, right? And then I probably want to have a yellow one in here too. Now what we'll do for the other rings is, this is where we want to do our whole ones first. Decide what you want as your whole ring first, and it's going to go up under. It's going to tuck like that. Okay, so we want to do 4 of those. We want to do 4 of those first, and then come back and snip off the extra ones. Okay, then we want to put one coming from here. It's going to take some aligning on this. This is a harder sketch. And then I'll snip this part off. And I'll do the same thing over on this area. Okay, so that's the top part. Now the bottom part, we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're just going to put them on like that. Okay, so let's see, this can go like that, and it looks like it's just touching the ring on the bottom. I would probably do this one, and then this one. And then once we snip these off, we bring them down here. Okay, so let's see. If we snip off, I don't want to cut it quite yet. This I probably would bring over to this section. And then this one, let's see what this one is. Yellow. I would probably do yellow here. And then the blue one over here. So that one I might have to figure out, as the patterns are very similar here, but it's not going to be enough to really matter. So I would probably, if I could, turn that one upside down. Okay. Okay. If I was going to make a second page, I'd probably bring in a piece, maybe something like that. And I still have these 3 circles. So I would try and work these in to my layout somehow over here on this section. So maybe just lining them up across the top, maybe bringing in a lighter piece of paper and putting these on the border, or maybe putting them on a strip right down the middle here so I could put pictures up on the top and the bottom. But somehow I'd bring in the coordinating colors from the rest of the paper pack. Okay, well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Try It Tuesday. This one is a little bit more challenging because of all the aligning with the paper, but I know that we can do it, and I hope that you go out and give this a try. Thank you, and I'll see you next time on Try It Tuesday. Bye-bye.